YouTube friends, I'm Heidi Villegas with Healing Harvest Homestead, and we are nearing Valentine's Day. So I thought that I would go ahead and show you my favorite essential oils for getting in the mood for love. All right, so first of all, let's talk about essential oils for a moment and why they work, and maybe some famous people in history who used either herbal infused oils or essential oils to help them have somebody fall in love with them. So it's true. But essential oils work basically because when you smell the aroma of the volatile oils, and that's what these are, they're volatile oils. They're not real oils. Like a real oil is very greasy feeling and is a lipid. An essential oil is not a lipid, it's a volatile oil and it evaporates quickly. But what happens is that the molecules will get into the olfactory bulb and immediately enter they can cross the blood-brain barrier, quite a few of them can. They affect the limbic system, which is the emotional center of your brain, really fast. So that's kind of a quick explanation of the whole process. There's a lot of science that goes into it, but just trust that essential oils actually do work, and there's reasons why. All right, so let's go ahead and just talk about some famous people in the past who used essential oils. I think it's just really fascinating. So one really famous lady in history that all of us are aware of is Cleopatra, Queen of Egypt. She was able to get Julius Caesar to fall in love with her, and one of the methods she had a lot of methods, but one of the methods that she used was aromatherapy. And it's said that as they floated down the Nile in their boat, she had handmaidens at every corner of the boat who were diffusing and letting off aphrodisiac oils, and those were oils such as jasmine and rose, and the kinds of flowers that grew in Egypt at that time. Jasmine and rose for sure, probably some neroli as well. Myrrh would have been another one that Cleopatra probably would have used. Another lady, Princess Ann Orsini from Italy, we've all heard of the Orsini line, but she used to use neroli heavily. So neroli is an essential oil that comes from the flowers of the bitter orange tree, and it is just an amazing smelling scent, beautiful. But it's said that she would drop the drops on her glove, and as the people would reach down to kiss her, her hands, they would get a wafts of this neroli, and men would just fall at her feet. Then, of course, we can't forget Josephine Bonaparte, the wife of Napoleon Bonaparte in France, who used to use seductive scents of rose. In fact, she had her own rose garden, and she oversaw the distillation of her rose oil. So pretty amazing. But she was a master at the aromatherapy. So you guys, aromatherapy is a real thing. And when it comes to love, I think, why not take advantage of it? So I've got a lot of scents here, and I'm going to just very, very quickly talk through all of them quickly. I'm not going to spend a lot of time on this. And then I'm going to go ahead and include a recipe for you too. So first off, I just want to mention that some of the aphrodisiac oils are the florals, and they're very expensive. In fact, they're known as precious oils because they cost so much. They can even cost up to $3 a drop. So just be aware of that. So I've got some rose and jasmine here and some neroli. Those are precious. And then other ones are less expensive, and you can substitute some of these so that you can make a successful love potion without spending hundreds of dollars on a couple little bottles of essential oils. But let's talk about some of these and why I'm using them. So in any good aphrodisiac love potion formula, you're going to want some oils that do some different things. So one of the things that you want in your blend are relaxants. Relaxants help to just relax the mind, reduce feelings of stress and anxiety, which, if we're talking about love, can really come upon us. So these relaxants are the oils like patchouli, very good one. So patchouli is one of those love-hate oils. I realize this, but patchouli is excellent for relaxation. Lavender is another one, and lavender is not expensive. Clary sage is excellent for helping to relax women especially. Sandalwood is wonderful for helping to relax men. And then you've got vanilla, which I don't have here. It's over there. But vanilla is another one that's just wonderful for soothing and relaxing just anxiety or feelings of anxiousness. Another category that you will want to have in your aphrodisiac formula is one for mood, just to uplift the mood and make a person feel happier and brighter. That sets the mood for more loving feelings, right? The citrus oils are exceptional mood lifters. So lemon and orange and tangerine, those are all really, really helpful. Other ones include geranium is a very nice mood lifter that has overtones of rose scent. So it's one of those oils. It's a very nice, less expensive substitute for rose essential oil, and it's beautiful. Another one is neroli. Neroli, although it's expensive, is coming from a citrus plant, and it does have uplifting qualities. It's very wonderful. In fact, the chemical composition of neroli is very high in linalool and limonene, uplifting and relaxing at the same time, and it smells amazing. So I love neroli. Next up, you're going to want the Energizers. What's love without some energy, right? So some really favorite Energizers that I like to use are cinnamon. Where's my cinnamon? Cinnamon especially is helpful for men. In fact, they've actually done studies on cinnamon, and it spurs on romantic feelings. Lemon is another exceptional energizing oil. So lemon and cinnamon together are really, really helpful. All right, the next category are the aphrodisiacs. These essential oils are very, very helpful for putting people in the mood. And these are the essential oils that many young couples are given on their wedding days, even in certain places around the world, to help out. And even some people like to say that they help with fertility. Now, that's up for debate and probably needs to be clinically studied. But hey, if it, do what helps, right? So the aphrodisiac oils are going to be, generally speaking, the more expensive essential oils, like rose, unfortunately, is in this category. It's so beautiful, but it's an aphrodisiac. Jasmine is another one. Another one is sandalwood. It's a favorite. Another one is Ylang Ylang. Where's my Ylang Ylang? Ylang Ylang is a floral that comes from, warm tropical areas, and it is really pretty and very, very strong and powerful. So you don't need a whole lot of it at all. In fact, all of these florals, a little tiny bit goes a very long way, but they're exceptionally helpful. Other aphrodisiac oils are vanilla and neroli. Those are both really helpful as well. So that was just a quick rundown of a few essential oils that can be very, very helpful for love. and when you're blending your oils, have fun with it. So I'm going to give you right now an easy recipe, easy recipe that you can use. And I'm going to show you a little trick here. Here I've got the lids of 5 different essential oils that I'm going to put in this blend this is not an expensive blend that you can make at home. But when you put the lids in your hand like this, you can actually just do a little sniff test, and you can tell how those oils are going to work together to a certain extent. So I feel very, very good that this recipe is going to be helpful and work well. I've got a little 5 milliliter dropper bottle. The dropper cap comes separately usually in these empty ones. And I'm going to go ahead and use this for my recipe. So first off, we're going to start with 15 drops of orange. So here I've got, that's Ylang Ylang. Here's my orange. So 15 drops. Perfect. So next up we have sandalwood. Now sandalwood is very viscous. It's very, very thick. essential oil. So usually what I do when I'm working with sandalwood is I'll just take the dropper top, the Euro dropper off, because it takes literally forever to get the drops to drop out of a bottle of sandalwood. And I'm just going to use a pipette, and I'm going to go ahead and put in 5 drops of sandalwood. All right, now it's much easier than waiting for the sandalwood to come out of a little tiny dropper top. All right, there's my sandalwood. Next up is Ylang Ylang. I love Ylang Ylang. This is a very wonderful floral essential oil. It is not that expensive, so hopefully you'll choose to use Ylang Ylang. I've got 5 drops. Once you get the oil flowing, it doesn't take that long. Here we go. All right, 5 drops of Ylang Ylang. Yay. Okay, next up is cinnamon leaf. And I'm going to go ahead and, you can use the cinnamon bark too, that would be fine. I'm going to put in 3 drops. Cinnamon's pretty powerful. Also, if you want to use this like in a massage oil, you don't want it to be too heavy in cinnamon because it's a sensitizing oil. It can actually cause skin sensitivity. So I keep the cinnamon a little bit low for those reasons. Patchouli is another one. I'm putting in 3 drops of patchouli. And then I'm going to go ahead and use some geranium. Now, I just want to mention here that I'm actually going to use rose because I have it and I love it. But if you didn't have the rose essential oil, geranium would be a really wonderful choice. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to use 3 drops of rose essential oil. Okay. All right, then what you do is you just swirl it up. And after you blend your essential oils into a synergy like this, it's a good idea to let it sit for about 24 hours or so, just to let the oils blend together and harmonize. You can, of course, use it right away, but it's just really helpful to do that. This smells amazing, I'm just going to say, and I'm going to go ahead and put my dropper on. All right, let's talk about some ways you can use this. If you are wanting to waft the scent around you as you walk around, what I suggest is taking a little cotton ball and putting a few drops in the cotton ball and maybe just tucking it into your bra strap or into your clothing somewhere, and you'll just have the scent waft as you go by without it being overpowering. Another thing you can do is use a roller bottle. Roller bottles are wonderful, and they're like 1/3 of an ounce usually, and you use about 10 drops or so in a roller bottle, and you're going to get a nice fragrance going, and you can put that on your pulse points. Another thing you can do if you just want to enjoy the scent and maybe share it with a partner is to use an inhaler. Inhalers are wonderful, or use this in a diffuser. So these are some different ways that you can use this blend. I hope you enjoy this, and I hope you give it a shot and let me know what you think. And happy Love Day!